it's almost Christmas. Now, what am I going to buy everybody? That's the big question here, isn't it? Hello? Oh, Tim Cahill, how is my favourite Everton coach? What? Wait, what do you mean you're leaving? Tim, why would you want to manage Swansea when you can coach Everton? Look, if it's about money, mate, I'll get you some more. I'll speak to Webber. We'll get you more money, mates. No, don't hang up, Tim. Wait. Please, Tim, just wait. Just wait a minute. Just don't. Don't say goodbye, Tim. Tim, don't. Please, don't do this. Don't do this. We're great together. Tim! Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 116 of our Everton Save. And when we start in the medical centre, it's usually not because there's good news. And that is very much the case. Loic Milo done his crucial ligament. He is out for 5 to 8 months. Even best case scenario, 5 months. We're at the end of December. We're talking about, the end of May. He's pretty much done for the year, no matter what. And that leaves us very, very short on right backs. Very short on right backs. We've called up Brom Simpson from the under-18s. That's how desperate and how far we've had to go. A very, very high potential player who can play at right back. But it's essentially Eder Militao, this guy, or Luis Gonzalez, Gustavo. Not Gonzalez, Gustavo. But of course, we only have 2 left backs as well, so Gustavo's got to cover a left side as well. So, not ideal. It could have been a lot better in between episodes. We've lost Tim Cahill as well, which is just soul-destroying. I don't even know how I'm going to carry on, to be honest. But anyway, before we get to anything this episode, and we do have a lot to get to this episode, we have had the draw for the Champions League round of 16. Let's go see how that went. Okay, so here we go. It is the draw for the round of 16. We are seeded as group winners. The unseeded teams, let's have a quick look who we've got here. So we've got AS Monaco behind my head here. Inter, Liverpool, who we can't get, and RB Leipzig, along with Barcelona, Juventus, Man City, who we can't get, and Real Madrid, who we can't get. It's not the easiest, is it, to be honest? I don't know what RB Leipzig's team is like right now. They do tend to have a lot of money. So we'll just see here. Light come out first. We do get RB Leipzig, so we're going to find out what their youth system is like here. First of the seeded teams out of the hat. City versus Bayern's a good tie, isn't it? Juventus versus Arsenal. Liverpool, someone tough for them, please. They get Porto. They couldn't have asked for it easier if they'd tried. Real Madrid get Borussia Dortmund. I tell you what, it's one of these years you're almost better off coming second, aren't you? Benfica as well. AS Monaco, they're going to get Bayer Leverkusen, and it's going to be Barcelona, Paris. So that's long term, that's probably a good draw for us. Knocks out one of the big boys. But looking at those teams in this side of the draw, I tell you what, I almost wish we would have lost that game to Real Madrid now, because I think we would have had a much easier time of things. But let's see if we can have a look at this RB Leipzig team. Is it a good RB Leipzig team, or have they been picked to pieces? It's getting to the point of the game now too where you don't necessarily recognise names. That striker is decent without being fantastic. Let's have a look at some of their other attacking players here. We, of course, nicked Kai Havertz off of them. I think it was off of them, wasn't it? So I tell you what, that's not too bad, is it? Obviously, there's good players there. It's a time of the tournament where you would expect good players, but this guy played for Zagreb in the Champions League. Yeah, but I think that could be a lot worse. Anyway, let's go and have a look at how we've gone since last episode. Just the one game, and that was, of course, away. I think it was away to Arsenal. We fell behind midway through the first half, with Marcus Rashford sneaking in behind our defence. Before we tied things up late on, Rafinha's free kick met with a stunning volley by Stuart Taylor. So there we go, 1-1 on the road. We were second best in this game. You can see we had one of these games where we couldn't shoot on target. So in the end, I think a draw was a decent enough result on the day, given how the game played out. But I tell you what, that finish from Stuart Taylor, that was nice, wasn't it? So let's have a look at what all this means. Now today, we have 2 games over Christmas. We have West Ham, who are third, and City, who are first. Both at home, which helps us, but absolutely must-win games. We're 4 points behind Manchester City coming into this West Ham game. We do not want to be dropping any further back than that, I would suggest, of Manchester City. Yeah, it's just not an ideal situation. Oh, gone too far. There we go. So this is what we're expecting. Of course, West Ham did beat us opening day at their place. So we want a little bit of revenge here, don't we, if we can get it. We are the favourites, so we're not in the best of form, though we're certainly not in bad form. They are a Jardem coach team. He's sort of famous at... where was it? Monaco, wasn't it? It was where he made his name. Attacking, direct style of play. John Joe Kenny, of course, he's their captain. He's going to come back to Goodison today. How we wish we had him playing right back right now. We can see the way we're expecting them to line up here. They beat Chelsea last time out with a late winner from Alex Iwobi. We can see all their ins and outs here, passing network and key passes as well. And this is the team that we're sending out to hopefully get the result here for us. So Lafont goes in goal. It is Gustavo at left back with Stark, Felipe and Eder Militao at right back. Very little option there. Black and Canense go in midfield. It's Rafinha, Havertz and Lookman with Terry Cook up top. A few other minor injuries. Turpey's got a minor injury. We know that Zamora is out long term. Bouvier has a minor injury and Schweinsteiger has got a bit of flu or something. So he's not long term but not available for this one, as you can see. So they have changed the way that they were playing to what the scouts had suspected. I think we'll go with this same formation, but that just reeks of counter-attacking football, doesn't it? What do we want to say? It's maybe just do it for the fans today. Let's give the fans a performance. Some calm, we have faith. We need to get back to our best here. We can't afford any more silly results. Not that a point on the road to Arsenal is a silly result, but you know what I mean. They're not in the title race this year. I think they were 8th or so. There's a few teams up in the title race that you wouldn't expect it in West Ham and Burnley this year. Oh, here we go. Oh no. So they're still a good team. And like I say, we were second best on the day. So on the day, coming out of there with a point was actually a relatively good result. More relieved than anything else to come out of there with something. But today, these two games. I mean, there's nothing season-defining in December, maybe cup games, but we don't want to be dropping any more points here, do we? Speaking of cup games, I can't remember if I did say. I think I did. We've got Brentford at home in the FA Cup third round, so that should be doable for us, I would imagine. Let's see if we can get a demand more going here. It's a bit of a snooze fest, isn't it? Here we go. No, I don't want West Ham having the ball. Can we win this, please? Iwobi to Woodburn. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's nick this. It's first half stoppage time. We don't want to go behind here. Come on. Oh, I don't like this. They're passing it around. They're looking good. They've got good movement. Too much space. The edge of the area. And Lafont makes a stunning save to keep this thing tied. Come on. Let's get this Mario corner clear. There it is with Militao. Back out. Oh, we're looking a little bit ropey at the back here. We've got it there for Kerry Cook, and there's no counter-attack there for us. I don't know what to say to that. We've essentially been the better team, but it wasn't particularly good. Do we say unlucky? Just unlucky, perhaps. I don't know what to say. I feel like I don't really know what to say to the team right now, because we're not particularly playing well, so I don't want to be critical and scream at them again, you're rubbish, because we've been doing that and it hasn't necessarily been working, although we have usually been better second half than first half, so maybe they do need to be screamed at. We'll see what happens in the second half here, I guess. Do we want to change anything tactically? I do wonder. I don't think we want to play a higher line, do we? Because we've defended okay. I wonder if we want to try and counter-press, and I wonder if we want to... We've had a lot of the ball, haven't we? So let's maybe lower the tempo, we'll be more expressive, just really take our time in and around their box, just sort of looking for the openings. Not the tempo, I don't think matters. If they're going to sit back, I don't really think playing at the higher tempo is going to make that much of a difference to us. I think we just want to take our time. That's a horrible pass. And just work the opportunity. All right, is this going to be a chance for us? Gustavo for Havertz. Can he... Oh, it's a bit of a lungy tackle. Lookman picks it up. We've got someone in space there. Oh, he's got a good ball over there for Militao. Militao for Rafinha. Rafinha, it's blocked. And Militao's going to pick that up, though. Is this going to be a chance for us, or are we going to get sucker punched here? Canense for Havertz. Kai Havertz, what's he got for us? Kai Havertz walks it in. Kai Havertz gets the goal. Only his second of the year. It hasn't been a classic season from Havertz. He has been injured for a little bit as well. But what a start to the start of the second half. 3 minutes in and we're 1-0 up. We'll tell him to concentrate. But there we go. You can see there, just slower tempo. We don't need to rush the passes. We just need to just work the space. Have it. What a finish that is, by the way. Across two defenders, across the keeper, into the side of the net. Excellent, excellent stuff. That is what we needed. Now, Terry Cook's not having a great day. We do have Schiffers on the bench, who is looking ever more the impressive player. Now, the only thing I did want to say too is we might make a change up there. Let's bring Carlson on for Lookman, who's not had a great day, and Schiffers for Cook isn't perhaps too far away. Here we go now with Rafinha over a free kick. Rafinha just bend it past the post. The only good thing about the timing of the Milo injury is that we are just out of the January transfer window. So what I have done is I went to Stuart Webber. I basically asked him to suggest right backs that he wants to sign, and there were some decent ones there, but nothing great, and basically said, go sign me a right back. So he's had a go at two, and they both haven't come off, so we're just hoping. There's a great ball for Canente. Oh, Canente! Underside of the crossbar. That is unlucky, but should he have done a little bit better? Just made sure that was going in. It was a nice ball from Terry Cook to put him in space. Edge of the area now. It should be Rafinha. There it is. Rafinha bends one. Leaning back, and that one never looked like finding the back of the net, unfortunately. All right, Terry. Oh, we've got a sub. We can't make a sub just now, obviously. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's keep our heads here, please. There we go. Should get that. There we go. Richarlison does. Can he play in Cook? I was about to sub Cook off. Is he going to save himself? Is he going to save himself? Terry Cook! No. Had two cracks at it and couldn't find the back of the net. So we'll take him off. We'll bring on Schiffers. Rafinha's not looking great out there either. Let's not make a double sub. Let's just wait and see. Rafinha's had a few moments. I'm wondering we could bring Gomez on, and he's looking a little bit better now, so let's maybe just leave him. Let's start and close it down. We're getting to that stage of the game now. Hasn't been a classic, but I don't necessarily think West Ham has let it be a classic either. I think they've been quite defensive. I hit calm down. That's why I hit calm down. It should be fine. This should be end of game highlight. Rafinha, look at Canente in space. Can Canente find his shooting boots? He finds Rafinha instead. Rafinha! Oh, decent. He's there for the pullback. No, and we're still there with Schiffers. Can Schiffers find someone? He finds Militao. Militao, it's bouncing around. We've got the corner. And if we waste time correctly here, that should be that. Calm down, boys. That's right. Come on. This is a massive 3 points. There it is. A massive 3 points. A little bit of revenge for the opening day defeat. We've absolutely smashed them. Could we have done a little bit better in the finishing, perhaps? We might do a session or two on chance conversion just to make sure. But I think West Ham were making it difficult for us, that one. So there we go. We secure victory at Goodison Park. It wasn't pretty, but it did get the job done. Of course, now with Tim Cahill managing Swansea, we do have to ask ourselves, do we need to rename the stadium back from Tim Cahill Park? That's a big question there, isn't it? Like I say, it wasn't pretty, but that was all about the result. We go a point behind Manchester City. Yes, they have a game in hand, but we play them next. Okay, welcome back. It is Boxing Day, and we have the biggest of big games. It is a top-of-the-table clash against Manchester City. We're 4 points behind. They did win that game in hand of theirs. So, I mean, it's a must-not-lose for start, but the fact that it's a home game, it's almost must-win. Let's have a look here what we're expecting. Carlo Ancelotti is the Manchester City manager. They're a balanced mentality, passing team. We have a look at the analysis report here. This is how they played against Palace last time out. And they were expecting them to come out basically the same way West Ham did. So they're not going to be. We're not expecting them to be playing like this. So how much we can read into all this, I do not know. But this is the team we're sending out. We're sending out the strongest team I think that we have. Now, one other piece of news on the injury front: Verstraete, 5 to 7 days with a virus. He's going to miss basically the Christmas period that we have coming up now. We have the City game in 2 days' time. We have Watford, and then I think we have Chelsea New Year's Day. So not the best time to be without. Well, with only one left and right back. If we have any other injuries, we are pretty much screwed. And we're at the point now where Simpson, that youngster, is on the bench because he can cover left and right back, kind of. And we just basically need to have some form of cover there. But this is the team we're sending out. It's Lafont in goal. It's Gustavo Stark, Felipe and Militao. It's Black and Canente. It's Rafinha, Havertz and Richarlison with Schweinsteiger back fighting fit and up top. So yeah, there we go. They are coming out the same way West Ham did. Antonio Marin one for the Villa fans. What's he looking like here? Yeah, not as good as Villa, but not too bad. So what do we say to this? Do it for the fans. Come on, lads, show me what you can do to keep our run going, maybe. What do we say here? Do we want to go for revenge? There was a penalty shootout loss in the Community Shield. I mean, that's not really a source of revenge, is it? Let's give the fans something to cheer. All right, let's maybe go with a bit of passion. Let's give the fans something to cheer. Now that is a team talk. Look at that. Go on, Aussie Villain. Let's go. All right, let's hope that we do, in fact, give the Goodison crowds a nice little Christmas present here. I am wondering if we want to start by just... Oh, it's a Christmas miracle. It's snowing. If we do want to just start with the lower tempo like we ended up with against West Ham, if they're going to play in a similar way, maybe that's something we want to consider here. But we'll just see how the game's going. Gustavo with a little bit of space to run into midfield. There's a decent ball. Rafinha, is it going to be a penalty? No, but Rafinha gets there. Crosses it in. It's away. It's Canente. It's away again. Black should get to that. He does. It's a good ball for the overlapping Militao. Can he get a cross in? Back post. Richarlison's there. It's a save from the keeper. No, it was the post. Are we going to have another one of these days where we just keep hitting the post for fun? I've hit Get Creative there just as the highlights started, so that's not ideal. Liverpool 2-0 up against Manchester United. That's looking good for them, unfortunately, because they are right up there with us as well in terms of the title race. United's not that far off either. Here we go with Kai Havertz for Militao. Militao, it's a good ball to the back post. Richarlison's there. He's doing well to score from there, and it looks like past the post. Now, there has, of course, been a week between the two games. Whoa, it's Ramos! It's got to be a goal! Was it onside? If it's onside, it's a goal. It looks like it is. And it is indeed 1-0. They've fallen asleep defensively there. And that has given us the opportunity to nick in at the back post with Luis Felipe. He's a mile onside. I don't know what Edison's doing. You've got to get to the ball, mate, if you're going to come that far. And Luis Felipe gets his first of the year. And what a time to get that goal as well. Excellent, excellent stuff. What was I saying? Oh, there's been a week between games. So 3-0 now. Liverpool is destroying Manchester United. And what I think we'll do is basically, the midfielders that are wingers and that aren't playing in this one, we'll put them out against Watford in sort of 2 days' time, and just kind of see how they go from there. I'm really worried about fullback because I don't know that Militao and Gustavo are going to be able to... Good tackle there from Black. Can we launch a counter-attack on the back of that? No. I really worry that they're going to be able to play back-to-back games. We might have to give Simpson a debut at right back and just hope that Gustavo can just keep chugging along until Verstraete comes back. Hopefully, there's an outside chance he'll be fit for the Chelsea game, so we've got to just kind of go with that for now. That was a decent effort, but always looked like it was going over the bar. It had me clenching my butt cheeks nonetheless. Let's demand a bit more here. Come on, boys. I wonder if we should... Are they still playing the same way? They are. I'm wondering if we just want to lower this tempo down. Just try and take the sting out of the game. We've got the lead. I've hit demand more just as the highlight started again. I have a bad habit for doing that. Here we go with Havertz. Burnley's taking the lead against Stoke. Burnley they're a dark horse for this. No, I mean, maybe not the title, but certainly for Champions League football. There's a good ball. Back post. Rafinha's there. He's not the best header of the ball, and you wonder if a better header of the ball would have been able to stick that away. But nonetheless, that has been a decent enough first half if we can get in with the lead. We've dominated possession. It's only one shot each on target, so we haven't done too well on that front. But I'd say so far, so good. We've got what we wanted so far. It's going to have to be in a... No, you know what it's going to be? It's been you've played well so far, there's room for improvement. Players that aren't playing well, we'll tell them. We just want to tell the two defenders there just to watch their step. We don't need to go down to 10 men here. A couple of players here that aren't doing too well, we'll just tell them, come on boys, more to come from you. Rafinha's done okay. Of course, a nice ball in for the goal. And the other three up front there haven't done too much. So we'll just a little bit more from you, please, boys. We didn't get any reaction from Kai Havertz. We do have Sergio Gomez on the bench, so we can look to make that change if we need to. We'll just kind of see how that goes. Ideally, I mean, we have Vlasic back to fitness, so ideally, we don't want to use both of them. It's over the bar. Ideally, yeah, we want to sort of... I want to use both of them in the next game because Canente is not going to be able to play. So my ideal plan would be to have Gomez a little bit deeper in the Mazzella role and then have Vlasic in the number 10. Oh, Richarlison's there. It's their second attempt. It's a decent tackle, covering tackle, last-ditch block tackle there to stop Richarlison doubling our lead. I've still not had one of those count as a goal. It's really, really frustrating. It was not frustrating. It's annoying that it's not in. If you're going to have that feature in the game, at least sometimes it should be a goal. They've gone over the top there. What have we done? We've just let Jesus walk it in. A good block from Luis Felipe. He scored one, and he just may have saved one there as well. I wonder if that's the first signs they're going to go a little bit more direct, and we need to drop our high line off. Leon Bailey now, they're definitely coming back into this. That is offside just as well, because there was a man over at the back post there. Do we have a shout? We do, but I'm a little bit slow on the uptake there, so we'll have to wait till after this highlight. Gustavo, back inside there for Black. I wonder if our lower tempo is just letting them back in the game a little bit here, perhaps. Richarlison runs in field. Oh, it's running into trouble. That seems to have not worked the way we'd hoped, so we might take that off. We'll just go back to how it was. Antonio Mara now with a bit of a run. Bernardo Silva. Come on, boys. Come on. Don't let them do this. Don't let them do this! Oh, good save from Lafont. Is it going to go for a corner? Yes, it is. And they are definitely coming back into this game, aren't they? We'll wait till after this highlight before we give a shout, just in case. Havertz is there, gets it clear. Let's put some pressure on the ball there, maybe, boys. Come on, let's show some passion here. Come on, boys. Schweinsteiger's not having a good day up front, is he? So we'll bring Schiffers on for him again. Havertz, again, still not at his best, but we'll give it a little bit of time here to see what happens. Demand more. I mean, we're not getting our shots on target, are we? All right, Havertz, we'll take him off. We'll bring on Gomez. It's just getting to the point of the game too, where I think we might just start and slow it down a little bit. Come on. This would be a huge 3 points. The other thing we want to do is we just want to drop these guys off. Canente's picked up a knock. That's going to have to be Sanderberg, isn't it? Which is fine, and we can switch those two around. And we might take him off Mazzella and just as a central midfielder. Yeah. Come on, boys. Come on. Oh, it's not the end. It's not the end. There's still time here. Charleston wins that, though. Here we go with Sergio Gomez. He finds Schiffers, does he? No, not quite. High press, boys. Don't let them pass out. They've lumped one forward. We should get to that. Gustavo is there. He's quick as well. He goes back to Lafont. Sensible here, please, boys. Sensible. Lafont. Out for Ramos. Go on, Felipe. What's he got for us? To Militao. To Rafinha. Can we lump one over the top for Schiffers to chase? We've gone, it looks like, for Richarlison. It is Richarlison. Can he lump one in? Can he find Schiffers? Can he find Schiffers? He's found somebody. It's Sergio Gomez! And it's 2-0. And that is the game, my friends. 50th goal for Sergio Gomez. Well done to him. We've had him for a little while now, too, because he was the panic buy when Gylfi Sigurdsson decided he wanted to go to Chelsea on deadline day, if you remember. Way back. Was that season 1 or season 2? And I basically panic bought Sergio Gomez, and what a panic buy he's proven to be. And that was a nicely worked team goal. Was it offside? Was it hell? It doesn't really matter. Oh, he's only just, he's equal, isn't he? But we'll take it. That is 2-0. That is the game, my friends. And City, even if you come back now, if you score twice, I will be slightly annoyed. That's okay. Come on, boys. Shut them down. Shut them down. They're desperate now. Just nick it off them and go get 3. Hurt their goal difference even more. Moise Keane, be ironic if he scored against Everton, wouldn't it? Good tackle from Sergio Gomez. I tell you what, let's maybe just be a little bit careful here, boys. We don't want it getting any closer than 2-1. It's just a consolation for him. It's Christmas time after all. It would be rude, wouldn't it? Be rude not to give them 1 goal back. That should be the game. When you're ready, ref, we're about 3 minutes over, and there it is. That is, I tell you what, that's been huge. Absolutely huge. A massive 6 points in our season there. And hopefully, what do we say? Just well done today. Hopefully we'll look back at the end of the year and be like, yeah, that Christmas period, that was where we won the league. Just a bruised knee for Canente, so nothing too serious there. If we have a quick look at the league table, look at how important that was. But only a point back now of Manchester City. Liverpool there, if they were to win their game in hand, they would go ahead of us as well. But the goal difference is even. If we hadn't conceded that silly consolation goal, it'd be even better for us, wouldn't it? But it's real. West Ham hasn't been a good week for them, has it? They've lost twice there. It looks like they have lost twice. So they just fall off a little bit. Look at Burnley, high flying at Christmas. Imagine the scenes at Burnley if that was to happen in real life. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. I think what we'll do is we'll come back next time for the FA Cup at home to Brentford. And then we go to Tim Cahill's Swansea City. They're struggling. And it's going to hurt me, but we're going to have to continue those struggles for good old Timmy. And that will be for next time, guys. Until then, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, the transfer window will be open by then as well. Hopefully, we'll have signed the right back because we're very, very thin. Take care.